Hey folks, how's it going? Welcome to Dragonflight. So, real looking forward to mixing it up a little bit, not looking for end of the universe type events anymore. We are just going to lock down managing some dragons, just the way that an MMO is designed to be. So, let's jump into the fun stuff. We're going to start here with a quick overview of Ret Paladin and the Mythic Plus talents that are out there. So if you're not totally familiar, there isn't as much flexibility with the Ret build as you might find with some classes. Like as far as must takes, pretty much everything are must takes. This build that you're seeing here on the right hand side that works right up until level 60. As you progress, get up to level 70, you're going to have a couple more options. You'll actually pick up Divine Resonance, which just makes Divine Toll that much more effective in terms of damage production. You'll pick up Empyrean Legacy, so really driving up your next Templar's Verdict, which is fantastic. We need that to feel rewarding. Next, you're going to go with both ranks of Virtuous Command. Continue to take advantage of Templar's Verdict, getting more and more powerful. This really needs to be a thumper. And then finally, Final Reckoning. So we're going to load up on all of these abilities. It's on a 1 minute cooldown, so it feels ultra rewarding. Ret feels like a fast paced ability right now, which is great. We need that to maintain a little bit of competitiveness here as we go into Dragonflight. Our boy Trellian in the background totally agrees with us. Now let's jump into the fun. As far as Paladin points that you see here, we're largely going to go with this build. As you get up to level 70, you're going to pick up Seal of Might, and you're actually going to jump down here, and more likely than not, you're going with Seraphim. Being able to maximize our damage is what Ret is all about. Additionally, you'll jump down, you'll pick up the Of Dusk and Dawn build. For those of you who aren't familiar, Blessing of Dawn buffs your damage and healing by 5%. Blessing of Dusk reduces it by 4%, each of those occurring for 20 seconds. Not a bad way to kind of average out some contributions from different players. So we'll see actually where this sets ourselves up here from a damage throughput perspective. And then finally, you're actually going to go with Seal of Order. So in the Dawn, your Holy Power spending abilities deal 8% increased damage. In Dusk, your armor's increased by 10%. This is really a whole lot more valuable if you're playing the Prot world, but I like it in terms of where we are for Ret as well. So this is the fun that's coming, and honestly, Ret is going to be in an absolute wicked spot here. So we'll be blasting out all kinds of damage. There's some beautiful abilities that come dropping out here. My Blessing of Sanctuary. But ultimately, like, Ret is going to be thumping. Super rewarding. Having a finisher. Being able to pop out some big damage and throughput. Really excited for where we're going here in Dragonflight. So, for those of you who are like, yeah, that's cool, Mythic Plus is alright, but I really don't play Ret during Mythic Plus a lot, and I know where you're coming from. Stealing aggro from a tank isn't that fun. Most of the time, I main Prot Pal, to be totally honest with you, in Mythic Plus world. But as far as raiding, you're going to find Ret is in an absolute really enjoyable spot here. If you're going for world first, you might not see as many Rets as we'd like, but there's still going to be a bunch as our cutting edge guilds are out there recruiting. So where are we going with the Ret build? Largely what you see on the screen here. We're going to continue with that Seal of Order build. Continue with Seraphim once you get to level 70. And you're actually going to continue with Hollow Ground down to Seal of the Crusader, just allowing you to continue to drive up your holy damage. And then finally, Zealot's Paragon. So taking Hammer of Wrath and Judgment, each of them dealing 10% additional damage during Wings, or Avenging Wrath, whatever you prefer to call it, and effectively having the Wings duration extended by half a second feels really good and actually makes the skill cap associated with this a whole lot more competitive. Now, what you will see is there's not a lot of variety here for single target with Ret. You're going to go with Divine Resonance to build on top of your Divine Toll. Not a huge change from the way we played in Shadowlands. You're going to go with Empyrean Legacy, so having Judgment empower the next Templar's Verdict feels really good. Again, Virtuous Command. Judgment granting your Virtuous Command for 5 seconds. Increases your Templar's Verdict, Crusader Strike, Blade of Justice, and auto attack damage by 5%. So we're getting more and more effective. And then finally, Final Reckoning. And we're going to bring down this big blast of Holy Energy. Fantastic. Nuke not just our opponent, but everyone else in the area. And then while off cooldown, your attacks have a high chance to call down a bolt that deals some minor damage as well. Effectively putting them in a position to take 10% increased damage from your next Holy Power ability. So a really nice passive there, depending on how you're able to line that up in your rotation. Definitely take that into consideration when you do see that proc. So that's kind of the build overall from where Ret is. We're going to continue with kind of our builds from previous years. Haste is going to be the secondary stat that we're going to prioritize, followed by Mastery. Mastery, Critical Strike, Verse, they're all about the same unless you're going to be playing some PvP. If you're playing PvP, we're going to make a separate guide for that. But obviously versatility is going to be much higher for you if you choose to prioritize that ability. That's about it. Enjoy your spicy blonde Avenged Ret, or maybe you're a Draenei, or maybe you're a Zandalar Paladin. There's a whole bunch of other ones out there, including cows. Let's see what it's like. I hope everyone enjoys Dragonflight. I'm really looking forward to it and enjoying dragon riding. We'll talk to you all soon. See you, folks. Peace.